What's going on, guys? Shinji here. And I know it's late at night and whatnot, but I decided, you know what? I thought about it for a minute and I watched a few videos. And I thought Pokemon was a huge part of my life, and it still is. And so I'm going to name off my top 10 favorite Pokemon ever across all 6 generations. Uh, and I will explain part of the reasoning and whatnot. So let's get started with our number 10 spot. So number 10 has to go to Groudon. Groudon, if you do not remember where he was from, Generation 3, um, he... Okay, so let me think about this for a second. You have Kyogre, who's based on sea. You have Rayquaza, who's focused in the sky, or the ozone layer, if you will. And then there's Groudon, who's focused on the continents. And dare I say, his design is dope, and especially Omega Groudon. Oh my god. Like, I want you to go look at that picture for a second. Go find a picture on Google and tell me that does not look badass. Alright, the glowing yellow eyes just freak me out. Also, his stats are no joke. The defense is, like, unbelievable. I don't know stats for crap, but I just know they're really good. And I also love the lore for Groudon as well. They're all, the Weather Trio, they're all based off of Hebrew mythology. I know for a fact that Groudon is based off Behemoth. And Behemoth, I don't know much about. All I know is that he's based off Behemoth. So yeah, number 10 goes to Groudon. You've been good to me, Groudon, you still will. Number 9, honestly, is kind of an oddball. You'd expect people like Charizard, and I think it's the most overrated Pokemon, by the way. You think of Charizard, like Blastoise, basically any one of those Pokemon. But no, it's actually none of those. This one is because of nostalgia and design. This is Poliwrath right here. Poliwrath, I say, like I said, design, it's weird. Poliwhirl, Politoed, and whatnot. I had to go with Poliwrath because of its design. His design is one of the weirdest designs I've ever seen, but it's a design that, for some reason, works. It's fun to see Poliwrath around once again, because, for one, we don't see him often. So, I mean, whenever we see him, it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful welcoming. It's a warm welcome for him. And plus, the nostalgia literally killed me when I heard Poliwrath. Whenever I hear the name Poliwrath, the nostalgia nearly kills me. So yeah, Poliwrath goes to the number 9 spot. Now number 8 here, this one, I did not expect to even make it on this list. This is Excadrill. If you do not know why Excadrill is banned in some leagues, here's why. You need to be careful of the Excadrill you're facing, because you need to worry about one of his abilities. His secret ability, Sand Rush. And I think it just doubles the speed while in a sandstorm. You have... So with Sand Rush Excadrill, when in a sandstorm, it's the fastest Pokemon in the game. It's a guaranteed first hit. Every time. Even if you're not using moves like Quick Attack and whatnot. Guaranteed first hit. So you know what? It makes Excadrill the ultimate sweeper. I also love Excadrill's design. It looks like if... I don't know how to describe it. Looks like that mole from Banjo-Kazooie. If it literally ate, or like sliced up like metal parts of like a car and just strapped it on. That's how badass it looks. So yeah, Excadrill goes at number 8. Speed, definitely speed. Just overall, Just great Pokemon. Number 8, Excadrill. Number 7, I don't even want to start with this one. This one definitely should be higher, but it isn't. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. Number 7 is Pikachu. Oh man, you saw this coming. Pikachu, I'm going to point out the very first and the most important reason why he's on this list. I put this in capitals when I was writing down the list. Nostalgia. Nostalgia bombs everywhere here. Most of these Pokemon are just because of nostalgia, so be ready. So Pikachu is definitely on here for nostalgia. Design. Alright, and design is really fucking cute. That's it. Design is really fucking cute. That's it. And I want to talk about Pikachu's cuteness for a second. He's cute, but honestly, back then, he was kind of an asshole. He was an asshole. I will say that. So yeah, his history with Ash is really strange. Like, Ash and Pikachu, when they first met, Pikachu's a really huge asshole. But then they grew together like glue. That's just it, glue. So yeah, Pikachu made it to number 7 for nostalgia, design, and just the overall cuteness of it. Oh my god, like Pikachu is that one Pokemon that if I'm in a tough situation, I think about and I imagine him just being right next to me. And just by my side. I think I have 2 Pokemon by my side. The other one you'll see later on in this list. So be ready for that. So number 7, Pikachu, nostalgia. Number 6, okay, you can't blame me for putting this one on the list. It, of course, has to be Mewtwo. Mewtwo, yeah. Mewtwo, I actually managed to put quite a low rating on here. But here's why. Design, it's okay. Design for me is okay. It's not the greatest. Like, there are some that exceed what Mewtwo is capable of with design. Like, Excadrill, Poliwrath, yeah, you get the idea. But stats, he makes up for it. Stats are unbelievable. His, base stat total is 680, and that's pretty damn good. But you think about it for a second. His Mega Evolutions X and Y are both pretty dope, but I personally prefer Mega Evolution Mewtwo Y. Not X, Y. Why, you may ask? It just looks freaking awesome. That's it. I love the little headpiece they added to the back of Mewtwo. Mega Evolution Mewtwo Y. And also, Nostalgia Bomb, again. Mewtwo's nostalgia just killed me. I don't know. So Mewtwo, it's the design, stats, and nostalgia that brought him to the number 6 spot. Turning over from Mewtwo now, we have the total opposite of Mewtwo. We have Illuminati confirmed Mew. Oh man, Mew, I'm gonna go for the first thing here that I put in capital letters. So cute. You know what? I took back what I said about 2 Pokemon. Now I see 3 Pokemon. Then the third Pokemon you're seeing later on the list. But Mewtwo was behind Mew. Yeah. Mewtwo I put behind Mew for plenty of reasons. First thing, cuteness. Oh my god. I get so happy. I get the biggest smile on my face whenever I see Mewtwo. And Mew. Mewtwo always puts a smile on my face, and so does Mew. I get the 2 mixed up quite often, so I'm trying to cover it up. See, at least I can admit it. Number 2 for Mew. Nostalgia, again with the nostalgia. It's like that Vine, whatever I'm trying to think of. Damn, PJ, back at it again with the nostalgia. No, that's what I literally think of at this point. It's just nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. Believe it or not, the next Pokemon you see on this list is not because of nostalgia. Not at all. Actually, you're only going to see one more Pokemon here that's nostalgia. That's it. So number 5, Mew, because of the cuteness, nostalgia. Oh, and by the way, the cry is so cute. Not the cry from the games, from the movies and anime. Oh man, whenever I hear it, it makes me blush. That's how cute it is. So number 5, Mew. Alright, so number 4 here, it's Rayquaza. Alright, Ray freaking Quaza made it on the list. Yes, sirree, ma'am, if you're watching. Rayquaza made it to the number 4 spot for 4, potentially 5 reasons on here. So the first thing, design. Oh, oh, the design is so freaking awesome. Rayquaza is just the coolest looking Pokemon ever, besides number 1 on this list. The number 2 reason for Rayquaza being so high on the list is ability, Airlock. Airlock is an ability that negates all weather effects on the battlefield. Damn, that's especially good for if you're going up against a weather team. I know I stole it from Fawful's Minion, but not Logan. I know, I heard about that. I stole it from you. At least I'm giving you fair credit. Number 3, stats. Yes, stats are quite a thing. Not for me. Stats I put on here just because. Most of the time, I don't even include stats when it comes to picking favorite Pokemon. In regards to Rayquaza stats, get the fuck out of here with the speed. It's something that it's speed that Excadrill can't even compare to. And then the final thing, the lore of Rayquaza, we have Groudon based off Behemoth. I forget what Kyogre's based off of, but we have Rayquaza based off of Ziz, the Lord of the Sky. I think it is. It's just, I know the name is Ziz. Can't figure out what he's all about. So yeah, Rayquaza made it to number 4 on here. For design, the ability, Airlock, stats, uber crazy, and the lore of Ziz. Now we hit on to number 3 here. We finally made it to the top 3. Thank God we made it to the top 3. And this one is a huge bam like that. I was debating this one. I was challenging this one, and I was thinking about replacing it with Gallade. But no, bitches, it's Scizor. Scizor, baby! The metal bug. So far, we can basically say that there are only 2 steel bug types. Right? Yeah. So we have Durant, ew. Alright? Scizor, yes. Thank God. They came through with Scizor, and they just, boom, made him into such a beast. Design-wise, hell freaking yes. Oh, man. The stats on Scizor are incredible. His attack, his speed, his defense, everything. It's just... And the best thing about him, Mega Evolution Scizor. Oh my god, like I'm already freaking out thinking about the Mega Evolution design of Scizor. I'm already freaking out about it. Oh man. So yeah, Scizor made it to number 3 for design, stats, and the Mega Evolution. Scizor, you never failed me. I know you won't, because I told you so. Number 3, Scizor. Now, number 2 was really an oddball. Like, just like Poliwrath, this one is an oddball. That's it. Yeah, it's Eevee. Eevee, yeah. So Eevee made it onto the list for quite a number of reasons. First reason, design. It's awesome. It's so cute. It's generic and basic, but it's so cute. It's like the cutest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, Eevee's the third Pokemon I would have laying next to me. Second thing, the multiple evolutions. Alright? The closest thing I can think of with many forms is Unknown. But those aren't evolutions. Nah. Nah. Those are just random forms. That they all have the same stat. They're just different letters. That's it. So Eevee, the biggest reason she made it onto this list is nostalgia. Nostalgia. I capitalized on the paper. Nostalgia. Yeah. Like, do I have to put a big circle around that? Because I will. I just put a big circle around it. That's how important nostalgia is. Nostalgia from Eevee is a huge what the hell? No, like, thinking about the nostalgia, just, it's like a bullet to the head. That's it, because it's so crazy to think about. So Eevee, you made it here for design, your evolutions, and your nostalgia. So yeah, Eevee, number 2. And we finally make it to the number 1 spot. Who could have trumped the likes of Rayquaza, Mewtwo, and Groudon? Who could have trumped it? Who could have made such a high honor out of the 600 plus Pokemon we have in our fair world? Who made it to the list? I'm about to tell you. Your answer? Deoxys. It had to be Gen 3's Deoxys. Oh my god, Deoxys. Yo, Deoxys. I'm gonna get him started with the design. Design-wise, it's the greatest design I have ever seen in a Pokemon. Then we move on to the concept. The concept is the most ingenious concept I've ever seen out of one Pokemon. The concept is about we have different Pokemon that are based off of Hebrew mythology, weird moles that are made of metal, and electric mice. This one is based off our own genetic compound and combine that with extraterrestrial alien wear. Oh my god, that's like the coolest concept I've ever heard for anything. Stats are no joke either. And that leads me into the number 4 reason for Deoxys being so goddamn high on the list. The 4 forms. The attack form Deoxys is the ultimate sweeper, stolen their line from Logan there, Fawful's minion. Its attack is completely insane. Like, it's the most unbelievable thing ever. I'm sorry that my commentary is getting a little stale. I'm worried that, like, I'm staring right at my laundry machine as I'm doing commentary, and yet I keep visioning Foxy peeking out of that corner and scaring the unholy hell out of me. That's all I can picture at this point. So, back to the forms. We move on to the defensive form, which is actually the most balanced out of all the forms. Go figure. The defensive form is actually the most balanced. Which is weird. Its defense can rival even Shuckle. That's an accomplishment right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a freaking accomplishment. Speed form Deoxys, it's a beast. You know, it's like the second fastest Pokemon in the game, right behind Sandrush Excadrill. Then you have the default Deoxys. You'd expect that to be the most balanced. It's actually defense that's the most balanced. And there's one more thing I want to add really quickly before we go. Defense, normal, speed, attack. You put those 4 together, you get DNAs. Oh, Game Freak. You and your grammar.